conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. They'll play this one here in Los Angeles before the Lakers head back to the road. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
This team only had itself on its bandwagon early, but here they are, taking care of business because they had the confidence to know they could get it done.
And I'd like to give a nod to the front office as well. Without the star power that a lot of other teams had coming in, they were able to put together just the right combination, and they made this a very complete team.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Howard is out there with Motiejunas. Then it's Harden, and it's Papanikolaou hitting the three.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin McHale gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Obviously, he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers, and no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. The shot's good from Mr. Fundamental.
And he recently got to live out a fantasy that every young hoop star dreams of, designing his own signature shoe. Not sure when it'll hit the market, but I'm excited to see it.
Well, I'm sure it will have all of the latest and greatest shoe technology. Hammer time!
Wow.
Hammer time!
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. The feed to Motiejunas. And Howard has it in the corner. The three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And a lot of times his first quarter seems to dictate how big of a role he plays later on, and he's off to the good start.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and he converts to layup. Mr. Fundamentals got 6 points. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. In low to Howard. It's tipped. Here's the break, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
To the right side. Fader on the way. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. In terms of their offense, nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward, there was no getting out of it, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
Harden draws the double. There's the three. Randall grabs the board.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Hill. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Pass to Howard. From the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Here's Thurman. Here's Papanicolaou. Traps in the tray. 6 points for him.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. No good. The Rockets have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Harden the pass to Howard. Kobe with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Randall, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Rockets trail by 3. Harden kicks to Moniunas. The pass to Howard. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Well, they're not doing themselves any favors. The next possession needs to be a good one. They've got to find their offensive rhythm.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 8 points for him. Kobe attacking. That's good. Bryant's got 7.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Here's Harden. It's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the break. Throws it up high. And Aminu slams it in.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Rockets trail by 7. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Papanicolaou, the pass to Howard. Shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Back to Harden. Now Howard. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 6. It's Harden with the drive. The layup off target. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Oh, that's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Randall no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
He lobs it up. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And the Rockets making a change here. Cannon's checked in. The Lakers on offense. 7-point differential. Pass to Hill. To the left wing. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. The shot is off. Great D that time from Howard. For Houston, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
Inside, here's Aminu. The kick out to Hill. Here's Randall. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Randall's got his second bucket tonight.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, They are really sharing the basketball.
Howard, good.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Lakers leading by 5. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Motiejunas grabs the miss.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Ed Davis is checked in for Hill. Ryan Kelly comes in for Randall. Nick Young's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Bryant. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Joey Dorsey with the rebound.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Daniels dishes to Cannon. The Lakers with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Stolen. The 8-footer, and he gets the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Laker lead.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Can't get it to go. And the Rockets take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And the fact that they're playing well.
Only way to get out of a slump is to keep shooting.
Swap here for the Lakers. Houston with a big group substitution here. Lakers trail by 5. And so in the game for the Rockets. Bellinelli is out there with Motiejunas. Then there's Howard. Then it's Harden.
How about the game fundamentals? He's got 8 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Rockets leading by 4. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Clippers made a big difference. He ended up with 50 points, and he played the usual role of running the team's offense and came away with a bunch of assists. His performance just another outstanding outing that has become more and more common for him.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And, you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
Snatched away. The finish. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, you negate a basket at one end, score at the other. Now is when the momentum can really shift.
Howard kicks to Harden. Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Aminu. Howard against Hill. Good. 7 points for Howard. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Lets it go with the 3. Motiejunas grabs the miss. Motiejunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's a